I've been on the Rocket League team for a year now, and I've enjoyed every moment of it.
It's important to have gender inclusivity because it can introduce people to something that they might not have thought they were even interested in.
I would not have been able to meet them if this wasn't a gender inclusive team.
There is a level of respect we have for our fellow teammates that is hard to find in many places. It's deeply, deeply important not only to facilitate gender diversity, women, but also women's lives are impacted directly by what spaces we are allowed and not allowed into.
Hi there you guys, my name is Gracie. I am the head of communications and content creation for the UArizona Esports program, and I also compete on the University of Arizona Overwatch team. If you didn't already know, March is Women's History Month, and we are celebrating our incredible women in esports. This program is incredibly unique in the way that it has created a space for women to feel comfortable and safe on an esports team and in a program. I'm super excited for you guys to hear what they have to say. They truly have some amazing perspectives and experiences as women in the esports space.
When I've played on other esports teams, I never felt like I had an equal say about what would happen or the role that I'm playing, but I feel like in this program there isn't any of that. To play the game in the role that I choose and have an equal say, which is very valuable.
I've met so many women in this program who are so good at what they do, and it's nice that we're able to showcase our talents in a way that isn't just somebody taking pity on us.
There's a genuine effort to be inclusionary not only on a gender spectrum, but also on a good person spectrum.
Everybody sees the good in us and how well that we can perform on a team, and being given that opportunity means a lot.
Kind of a breath of fresh air to see an esports team that is letting women in on the basis of skill and ability to function as a team and not barring them from those opportunities.
It can introduce people to something that they might not have thought they were even interested in. I mean, I'm a prime example of, I didn't really think that playing Rocket League could really get me anywhere.
It has been like a life-changing experience for me. Definitely saved my life. I would not want to play the game with any other set of people.
It's just something fun, and it's turned into a lot more than that. I wouldn't be here if there wasn't that gender inclusive aspect to the team.
My name is Daylin Hunter. I've been working at the University of Arizona for about a year now, and I'm the assistant director of their esports program. UArizona has a very unique approach to having women involved in varsity teams, and that kind of brings a unique element that I don't see very often in universities. Women find a lot more confidence on these teams, and they get to learn what it's like to have teamwork in a really intense environment.
We usually aren't allowed to be mediocre at things. We usually have to step our game up.
As I've seen many and interacted with a lot of other women in different universities who don't have that same option to play on their esports teams.
I think it's really important, especially for women, because we aren't really given a platform, especially in the pro gaming scene. You don't see a whole lot of professional women, and I don't think that is due to lack of talent or skill. I think that has everything to do with gender bias and men thinking that women aren't as good at video games.
Including women, it's really important so that people can see that it doesn't matter what gender you are. You can still be part of the team, and you're just as important as the other player.
To have an esports program, which is usually a male-dominated area, speaking for Valorant, there are people quite good at this game who are women who still are not allowed in VCT, which is, the big Valorant Championships tournament.
There was a woman on Shanghai Dragons, and she basically got bullied out. It got to the point where if they put her in the lineup, they were being booed, people wouldn't watch, it was awful. But everybody that's been on the team, especially the women, we have such a high skill ceiling. We just need an opportunity to grow. We need an environment that's going to allow us to grow, which this team has allowed.
I think that female representation is very important in the esports space because we do exist and there are so many of us, and I don't feel like it's accurately represented how many of us there actually are.
Having women in these kinds of programs is really important, and in spaces that have been in the past really male dominated, just because it's really good for women to see each other everywhere. That's not necessarily representative of everybody who plays the game, and it doesn't matter what game you play, there are women out there who play that game, and seeing that representation feels empowering.
So going from joining the team and not really knowing a whole lot about compositions and things like that, my teammates have been really, really great, and I went from being gold to masters in a semester because I do have that ability and I do have my teammates helping me and guiding me. So I think it's really important because women are good at games. We're there.
People are I've never seen a girl play at a high level, and it's but we exist, and our viewpoints and and our opinions. We deserve respect.
We play video games, and it's not just, like Stardew, like guys like to make jokes about. We're competitive.
I think women are extraordinary. Sure, men are pretty cool, but women are extraordinary in their own ways, and I think one way women are quite extraordinary, not only in esports, but in many fields of our lives, is that we face struggles that half the population do not face. It's just a small step in understanding how women have come to suffer through things and come out on the other side of things and be better, and we grow ourselves through these hostile environments.
Working in a gender inclusive program has been something I didn't think I would get to experience before coming into the job. I've always been aware that esports has a different imbalance of men and women, and it definitely inspired me to come into the space, but it also scared me because I knew that I would kind of be in a minority, and even though my presence was valued, I didn't know if it would be enough for me to feel comfortable in the space. They get to set a precedent for other schools to realize that it can be done.
It's so fun. I love my teammates so much. I would not have been able to meet them if this wasn't a gender inclusive team. I think that's probably the best part about it. It's definitely my teammates, and I feel really supported by them as well. If it wasn't inclusive, you can say it's inclusive, but if the people on your team aren't making it inclusive, then it doesn't feel great. But my teammates have been really, really good.
I've enjoyed every moment of it. They're definitely they're my guys, they're my girls, they're my people. And I'm very thankful to be able to play a game with them and at the end of the day, just be friends.
So to find one that is an esports program that provides an environment not hostile, acknowledges that suffering, acknowledges that difference in experience, and wants to learn from that difference of experience, and even grow as a team, not only for the women, but also as the men from our experiences, I think it's extremely important.
It means a lot. I think I'm giving a voice, and having somebody who looks like you and plays video games like you do, I think it's always really, really good. I wouldn't say necessarily a role model, but definitely it's well, she can do it, I can do it. And that's something that I like to promote while being in this program. I like to reach out to women that I know who are here, who like to play video games. There's a place for them here. So it means a lot that I'm able to do as much as I am. Being able to reach out to women who are like-minded and encourage them is really nice.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a happy rest of your Women's History Month. Don't forget to say how thankful you are for all the women in your life.
I think it's deeply personal, and I like doing esports out of spite of a lot of misogynistic people because they get real upset and it's funny.